Hello everyone, welcome back to another review video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the oldest version of the Daron Realtoy Air Canada A340. So I got this plane off of eBay a couple months ago, and it actually came with a bunch of other planes, but unfortunately they all were not in the best of condition. But I am very glad that out of all the planes it came with, this one was one of the ones that was in the best condition. And I have been trying to fix up all the other planes so they don't look as damaged and look a little bit nicer. But anyway, some information about this plane. It is one of two Air Canada A340s, with the other one being the mint green A340, which I actually do have. And I posted a review video about the playset I got of this plane about a year ago. If you haven't seen that, you should go check that out. And I'm pretty sure that this plane might have been made for a longer period of time than the old livery. This one was the more newer version of the Air Canada A340 that was made. And I think it was made up until 2008 because Air Canada retired their A340s in 2008. And this plane doesn't have, none of these planes have any manufacturing dates on the tail wing or on any of the boxes. So it probably wasn't made after 2009. And there actually is a 747 that is made in the old livery as well. And it pretty much looks exactly the same as this A340, except it's a 747. And I'm pretty sure that plane might have been made until 2004. I think they might have been made for around the same time since they both are the same liveries. And Air Canada retired their A340s. Air Canada retired their their 747s in 2004. So that plane might have been made until 2004. And this plane might have been discontinued around the same time. So, and then after this plane was the mint green A340 was being produced. Until that one was discontinued, my best guess is in 2008. And I'm pretty sure that this plane was only distributed as a playset. As far as I know of, it was only distributed as a normal playset and an in-flight playset. But I think the more common version that this plane was sold in might have been an in-flight playset, because I've seen more pictures of it as an in-flight playset than a normal playset. And the only time I've seen it as a normal playset was on sold items on eBay about a year ago. Was actually when I first realized that this plane actually existed. Because before that, it really, all I saw of it was pretty much just a blurry picture online, kind of like the PIA 777. Not exactly sure what the picture is from, but it was a picture of the in-flight playset that this plane came in. And there are a couple of other collectors that I know that have this plane now, but it is pretty rare and very hard to find, and it also is a very less well-known model. I didn't know about it until about a year ago, or I didn't really know if it existed yet, but so it definitely does exist now, and you could probably find one of these on eBay every couple months. I wouldn't be too certain about that, but there were probably about 4 listings of this plane within the past couple months that I've seen this plane. I've only seen it on sold items on eBay. The first time I actually saw this up for a listing was pretty much when I got this plane. When it came with a lot of 14 planes, well, this was one of the 14 planes, so it came with 13 other planes, and like I mentioned before, they all were not in really good condition. And surprisingly, though, this plane was in really great condition. Most of the other planes that it came with, the ink was kind of scratching off. So, but I am really glad that this plane still has all its stickers and the ink is not scratching off. Although, there were lots of scratches on the wings. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I did have to kind of repaint the wings silver. The color, it pretty much looks exactly the same, just it kind of does feel a little different. And I'm just don't want to hold the wings for too long, because I think that the heat from my hands would kind of start to take the paint off. But I always use model paint for my models for the planes whenever I'm fixing them, because the colors work the best, the colors match the best, and the paint is also really durable. But so that pretty much is all the information about this plane. So now for the close-up review of the plane, there actually isn't a whole lot of stuff on this plane, except pretty much just really the Air Canada logos. There is no registration number or anything, any other details about it. But pretty much at the front of the plane is the first cabin door, and then the black windows that go throughout the whole plane. And sometimes the windows can be black, silver, or sometimes white too. Like the International 747, those windows are the square, which are pretty weird, but they also do make the plane unique. Then pretty much at the top of the plane is the Air Canada logo with the maple leaf, and the logo actually does look pretty much exactly the same as the mint green A340. There's not a whole bunch difference. I think the only main difference is it is slightly bigger on the old livery, and the red is slightly darker. But other than that, it pretty much looks exactly the same with the red maple leaf and then Air Canada. And then, like I just mentioned, there's nothing in the back of the plane, no registration numbers or anything. On the mint green A340, though, there actually is a registration number. I'm pretty sure it's not real, but it kind of does look cool, since it kind of makes the plane look a little more realistic. And then on the tail, there is the black tail with the red maple leaf on it. And I guess kind of at certain angles, this plane kind of can look dark blue. The tail can kind of look dark blue, but it is pretty much just black with the red maple leaf. But it kind of is a nice retro livery to it. It's a very nice classic plane. And then there is the Realtoy logo on the bottom and no manufacturing date, since this plane was made before 2009. And this plane is a really pretty rare plane. It is, I'm pretty sure it's also one of the oldest A340s that were made. And it is a very nice and cool model, and not many people have this plane yet, as far as I know of. But if you do see this plane on eBay, you should definitely get it, because it is a really nice plane. And I do now have both A340s. There pretty much were only these two A340s that were made. There is a slightly older version of the mint green A340, but I don't think it's really any different. The only difference is, I think, the box, maybe. It has the old Daron logo. These planes were only distributed by Daron, and I think they might have been sold only in Canada, especially this plane. If it was mostly as an in-flight playset, it might have only been sold at airports, maybe a couple little shops, but I don't think it might have been sold in the US much. I'm not exactly sure about all that, but it might have mostly only been sold on board Air Canada flights, so since it was an in-flight playset. And the playset actually does come with quite a few vehicles, since it is an older playset. The older playsets always come with a lot more vehicles. I wish Daron still made them like that, and they still had some more vehicles. Now they mostly just have signs, but and pretty much is all for the review of this plane. There's not really a whole lot of this plane, but it is a really nice, cool, classic model. And there were a couple scratches I did have to fix up on the nose and kind of the top of the plane as well. But it really is a nice model, and I'm really glad that it is in good condition. And unfortunately, I don't have any of the vehicles or anything, but as long as the plane is still in really good condition, and I'm pretty much happy with it. So that pretty much is all for the review of this plane. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.